Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm once again going to be playing another FNAF visual novel. This one being called A Fortnight at Frenni's Fazclairs, I think that says? I can't read cursive. This is featuring the Fazclaire anime animatronics, so this should be pretty interesting. This is also a choose your own adventure style visual novel, so it should be pretty interesting. And with that being said, let's dash right in. A visual novel can be enjoyed from either a male or female perspective. Which would you prefer? Does the male protagonist be the female protagonist? Well, usually in these games, you always play as the male antagonist, or protagonist. How about we switch it up and play as the female protagonist for once? It should be pretty interesting. My name is Jane Black. I'm 25 years old, and my new job is becoming the night guard at a nightclub. But not just any nightclub. Frenni Fazclairs is one of those off-strip style clubs where the clientele either is recommended, /poached, or somehow lured in by the neon sign above the entrance. It's not the biggest of clubs, only a couple of stories tall and tucked away between several wider buildings. However, it doesn't look super seedy from the outside. Maybe a little run down, but so is everything in the city. The ridge of Fazclairs is the unique staff they have. There's 4 life-size advanced animatronics that sing, dance, act as waitresses, and provide private shows. Why the club needs a night guard is unclear. My new boss, Mr. Smith, isn't even meeting me in person. Instead, Mr. Smith gave me the door code and instructions of where to go once inside. The situation is a little weird, but I can't complain. A job is a job, and this one shouldn't keep the roof. This should keep the roof above my head. Time to see if this door code works. Click. On the other side of the door is the reception area. It's your standard coat check and filter room where you normally keep bounces to keep out undesirables. There's no one here at the moment, but there is a uniform waiting for me on the front desk, along with a note bearing my name. Welcome to Frenni Fazclairs nightclub, where we make your dreams come real. Blah blah blah. For your first night here, you'll want to take some time and get to know the layout of the building, as well as where all the cameras are. The security room is across the dance floor, past the animatronics room and before the staff locker room. The animatronics might still be active from their day cycles, but they should recognize you as a member of the staff once you change into the uniform. I recommend you do that now before you go any further. After that, head to the security room and get acquainted with the tech there. Just head to the staff area to the left of the stage and follow the signs. Can't miss it. Also remember, rule number 1 of the club is that you cannot fuck the animatronics. Dude, the fact that it has to be a rule is absolutely diabolical. Like, why is that a rule? I'm calling you around 3 AM to see how you're doing. Well, that's an interesting way to greet an onboarded employee. Should I change here or in the locker room? Oh, okay. Change in the uniform before going further. We change the locker room. Well, he did say to change now. Okay, let me save. Okay, and return. Hopefully the save mechanic is actually not broken, unlike bonbons where I click one thing and then it loads another. Dude, that shit pissed me off, dude. Y'all have no idea. Anyway, I suppose I'm gonna just do what he says and change right here. The line about the animatronics seeing me as staff makes me wonder why that's important. Why would they assault me or throw me out of the club if I wasn't staff? But if that's the case, why does the club need a night guard? There's got to be more at play here than Smith is letting on. Still, I'd better change now to be on the safe side. Not like anyone's around to see me change clothes. Also, feature me if you're watching this, which you probably are. Make sure you get those sensors ready, because this is fancy anime, and if you know, you know. So, yeah, keep a mental note of that. There we go. I won't be a member of the fashion police, but the clothes fit me fairly well. Now then, let's see if I can find the skating room. The club opens up past the reception area into a sizable dance floor before a stage. The bar runs along the wall immediately to the left of the entrance, while marble tables fall along the right side of the expensive dance floor. To the left of the stage is a doorway marked with the words "Staff Only" in big green letters. I'm gonna say, this kind of looks like the introduction to FNAF Security Breach. How they're all walking out and they have the lights and stuff. To the left of that, there's a set of spiral stairs that leads up to the sign. Well, leads up to what a sign labels as VIP and private booths. I head straight past the staff only warning as I pass by a room marked as animatronics. The hair on the back of my neck stands up. The door is slightly ajar, and through the crack I can see several recharge pods as well as a dressing room. I can't see into the pods from this angle. I also don't see any of the animatronics active inside the room. Yet I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. The good news is that the skating room is down the hallway, past the corridor that leads out to the club's loading dock. I just hope the uncanny pressure I'm feeling E-traps evaporates once I'm inside. I swear, I have dyslexia whenever I'm playing these types of games. I can never read. Surprisingly, the skating room is about as high-tech as the club's animatronics are. I was expecting some battered TVs hooked up, isolated to a bunch of cameras, but this place is actually rather nice. The main wall is covered in flat screens, each of the 8 shown 4 camera feet each. There's a nice dark oak desk with a laptop on it as I set off speakers and several coffee mugs that read, "I heart Fazclaire." The 3 chairs in here are exclusive level comfy, but they definitely have a nice sinking feeling as I slide into one and wheel over to the desk. There's a sticky note under the laptop with the username and password written on it. When I log in, it appears I have standard internet access as well as control of all the camera feeds. There's at least 3 cameras on every room aside from the locker rooms and the VIP booths. Both of those have a camera watching who enters and leaves. And also way more cameras in the animatronics room than necessary. It's a big room split into 3 parts, but why does every recharge pod need 2 cameras focused on it? And why does the repair area's camera have a bit of static that buzzes in and out? I get the sight of a Foxy animatronic slipping into a recharge pod labeled Fazclaire. I must have just missed her in the hall. The gold capsule seals behind her, leaving her reclined with her eyes closed. There's 4 more pods. One is labeled Chiku with a golden bird inside. Another pod is labeled Bonfi, containing a purple bunny. The 4th pod is labeled Frenni Fazclaire. Both it and the spare unlabeled pod are empty. Oh, Freddy's gone. Okay, that's not good. Does that mean there's an animatronic wandering about? I better check all the cameras and figure out their features before leaving the security room. It looks like the cameras have a 15-degree arc that they circle through every 30 seconds. For some cameras, this means they have a small blind spot. Each camera picks up sound as well as an image. I have to toggle each feed manually, though I can have multiple sound feeds active at once. There's an option to play recorded sound, a pre-recorded sound, or a live mic feed using the laptop's built-in webcam. Modifying or stopping the recording seems to require an administrative password. I'm currently logged in under the security account. All I can do is cycle the feed and manually rotate the cameras. Oh, okay, so at some point we're going to be able to do that. It seems that all the feeds automatically record to a secure server somewhere else in the building. I guess there's a closet somewhere where the servers are in the manager room. Nothing on the cameras helps in that regard. Overall, it's a pretty comprehensive system. I don't see the missing animatronic anywhere, but I do hear some humming coming from the camera pointed at the camera. Maybe she's up in the VIP booth or hiding backstage. Might as well use that sound playing feature on the cameras. Why, we're going on Springtrap rules half 3. Are you there, Frenni? This is Jane Black, the new security guard for the night shift. Moments later, the animatronic bear steps to the stage curtains and waves at the camera. Her sea-like top is somehow holding in her hopes and dreams with 3 straining buttons. Yep, the buttons are definitely holding in her hopes and dreams. Yes, sir. Yes, they are. Also, I gotta say, I like the art style of the game. Pretty cool, especially the animatronics. They look awesome. Good job, developer. She has matching gloves, stockings, and thong. A name tag on her left breast proclaims she's the manager. When she speaks, it's with a smooth, deep, luscious voice. Congratulations, Miss Black. You've passed my little test for the first evening. I was waiting to see if you'd figure out the cameras and what you would do when one of us wasn't in the recharge pod. Glad I thought to poke around on the computer then. Are you also Mr. Smith by chance? I'm afraid not. I just have the manager badge because I manage all the animatronics, including myself. Why not join me for a drink out here at the bar? Or maybe I could come to you. Should I join Frenni for a drink? This seems like a terrible idea, so I'm gonna save. So, join Frenni for a drink or ask Frenni to return to her pod. Well, I will make a decision, in a moment. I'll be right back. Okay. Join Frenni for a drink or ask Frenni to return to her pod. Well, on one hand, if I do join for a drink, she may or may not kill me, or she may or may not. If Frenni returns to her pod, she may or may not just come to my office and kill me. Either way, I feel like she's gonna kill me, so... Okay, on a serious note, I did save, so if anything goes wrong, I just reload the save. You know what, let's join her for a drink, why not? I want to see what happens. A drink. Sounds nice, though I'm not sure if it's allowed. Of course it is. It's just out for your... It just comes out of your pay. I just made this very diligent about reviewing the nightly security footage. Nothing gets past him. But never mind that. Are you coming to me or am I coming to you? Yeah, I'd rather come to you. Don't come to me. Should I meet Frenni at the bar? Okay, I'm gonna save again. Dude, I've saved 3 times so far. That's concerning. Okay, meet Frenni at the bar. Have Frenni bring drinks too. You know what? Let's just go meet her at the bar. Why not? I'll come to you. Wonderful. See you shortly. Before I go, I check all the camera feeds one last time. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. The other animatronics are where they should be, in their recharge pods. I'm not exactly sure how conventional an animatronic can be, but what harm could there be in drinking with one? I don't know, death? I don't know. The bar on the main floor is surprisingly well stocked. There's bottles of all kinds of liquor on display. The truly expensive top shelf stuff is locked behind glass cases. Combined with all manner of mixers with toppings in the bar's refrigerator and cabinets, I could probably make any drink that came to mind. But right now, I'm more focused on the barely covered bear seated on one of the stools. Miss Black, so good of you to join me. I was worried you'd stay cooped up in the security office. Should I have? I don't know. Your job's to keep the nightclub safe, isn't it? Yes, but Frenni snags me by the bicep and guides me into the stool next to her. And have a seat. I'm in danger of being bored to death. Right. So I gotta know. Can I actually drink being an animatronic? Indeed I can. All the girls can. We don't actually consume the liquor though. We store it to put back in the bottle later. That's disgusting. What the fuck? That is disgusting. What? Ugh. That is so unsanitary. The way we can maintain the illusion of drinking with patrons without the drinks going to waste. I mean, unless it's filtered, but even still, I don't know. I'll admit, it's pretty smart, but just hang on. But hang on, doesn't that mean having a drink now won't mean anything? She basically pushes against my forearm before hopping the bar with the grace of a ballerina. A drink only matters as much as you want it to. Now then, what can I get you? Let's keep it simple. A rum and coke, please. Freddy usually mixes up the simple drink as if she had to do so many times in the past. Once she slips 2 glasses of liquor over to me, she returns to her bar stool and takes a sip of her drink. A nice start to the evening, don't you think? I take a swig of my glass. It's pretty damn good. I'm inclined to agree. If all I have to do is watch you animatronic girls drink, this is going to be a sweet gig. I'm glad you think so, Miss Black. Just remember rule number 1 is always in effect. Still wondering why that's even a rule in the first place, but let's talk the animatronics, yeah? I haven't planned on it. Not yet, anyway. That's always how the security guards start. Then after a few nights, they change the tune. I can't imagine why. Before I can reply, my phone buzzes in my pocket. Hold on a sec. Might be important. Okay. What? Watch your back. Hello? From unknown. What? There's more to the animatronics than the boss wants you to know. Oh, trust me. I'm well aware of that. When in doubt, hole up in the security room and parade 6 a.m. rolls around. Interesting. This might be an ex-employee or something, or a current employee or whatever. Interesting. That's when their programming takes over into the day cycle and you'll be safe. Who is this? How'd you get my number? Probably a hacker or something, I don't know. Ooh, can that be delivered? Okay, yeah. Well, that isn't ominous at all. I shake my head and slip my phone back into my pocket. Sorry about that. Just spam. Huh? Frenni is nowhere to be found. Your drink has vanished. Yeah, no. When in doubt, when Freddy's gone, you be gone. Just I cannot talk when I'm recording. Be like the Flash and get back to the office. The hell is going on here? I better get back to the security room before anything else weird happens. Maybe the upcoming call from Mr. Smith will shed some light on what's going on in the nightclub. Right as the clock strikes 3 a.m., my phone buzzes and displays the caller ID, Mr. Smith. Hello? How's it going, kid? Animatronic's behaving. How's it going, kid? Animatronic's behaving? Bar all stocked? I'm supposed to be stocking the bar? Listen, kid, sometimes when we close up for the night, there isn't time to fully replenish the bar and clean up big messes. Since you're the night guard, that means you're going to have to do these things. Good news is that I remember we're only missing a bottle of raspberry liquor at the bar. Should be one of those in storage. Feels weird that a security guard has to handle gender stuff. Shouldn't I be staying at my post or occasionally patrolling? That's just how the cookie crumbles here. Half the reason I'm paying you more than most other clubs is because your job is multifaceted. That a problem? Considering it'll get me caught up on my already behind rent and let me order pizza once or twice, not at all. Where do I get the booze to restock the bar? Like I said, the extra stuff is in the storage room. Be careful not to lock yourself in the walk-in freezer. I'm assuming if we do, that's like an instant death, game over. Had that happened once, and the only reason the portal sapped and freeze to death was because the animatronics were out that night and found him. And probably killed him. How often do they wander, anyways? I've already seen Fazclaire and Frenni at the pods. Oh, they probably drained him to death. Should I worry about them getting into the security office? I'm supposed to spend the night recharging, but every once in a while, they'll have extra energy left from the day. That or they can complete their recharge cycles early. That usually leads them to acting a bit quirky. Us guy to have your job thought that meant he could have his way with them, and he probably died doing it. Don't be stupid like him, kid. They're just machines, limited by the programming. As for the security office, they're programmed to only enter when given permission. Same goes for my office on the other side of the club. I feel like at some point they're going to break the programming and just force brute their way into the office. I don't know. There might not be a camera in either place, but don't think you can sneak a quickie without me finding out. What happens if the animatronics get rough on me? Like I said, they're machines. Assert your authority and order them back to their pods. Okay, you mind me having a drink or two from the bar? Maybe bringing in some music or something to do in the downtime? Freddy probably told you when you had that rum and coke, drinks come out to prepare. As for the music and shit, whatever lets you handle the shit that needs doing, and you from going psycho like the last guy. What? Anyways, my vape's nearly dry and I'm dead tired. Remember to close up when you leave at 6 a.m. Okay, he's one of those dudes. Oh, I need a vape, dude. Don't call and wake me up unless you're about to die or something. Sure thing, boss. I feel like I have even more questions now than I had going into that call. Still, at least I have something to do now. Well, I'm trying on the pods when I check the cameras. I should get to the shop in the bar with raspberry liquor. And searching for something to prop the freezer open just in case it's needed. I find a crowbar in one of the desk drawers. Okay, that's cool we find a crowbar, but why was it in a desk drawer? Also, I feel like one of the animatronics is going to close the freezer door on us. I don't know, what's your feeling? I don't know why a tool like that is in such a place, right? Before I go, I check the cameras one last time to confirm all the animatronics are in their pods. Yeah, but when we're doing our tasks, they're gonna move, so there's no point in checking. Other girls are where they should be. I just hope that persists. Alright, well, it's the freezer. The storage room is on the right after leaving the security room behind. Inside, there's copious amounts of boxes stacked on one another, as well as the carefully racked bottles and piles of party supplies. The freezer door is in the back. There's two cameras watching the room, one from the entrance and one above the freezer. It doesn't take me long to find the bottle of the raspberry liquor that Mr. Smith was talking about. It's just a mixer and not really hard in terms of alcohol content. It's in one of the boxes along with several of the same bottle. Before I grab the bottle and leave, I peek out into the other boxes out of curiosity. Most of the boxes contain standard bar stuff, but one box stands out as odd for containing more energy bars than any nightclub should ever go through. Maybe energy bars are used a lot here? Regardless, I got what I came here for and returned to the bar with that bottle in hand. I'm not sure where to leave the raspberry stuff, so I set it next to the other mixers in hopes that will suffice. Then it's back to the security room. When I entered the security room, the chair I was using is slowing down from a spin. Someone's been in here, and they left in a hurry. Oh, probably one of the animatronics. Ooh, interesting. With the crowbar firmly in hand, I advanced towards the chair and turned around. Yeah, well, I'm glad we got the crowbar. Set on the seat is a photo of Fexa with a phone number written on it. Oh, it could be that unknown number that was texting us. I immediately checked the cameras. Fexa is in her pod. I even reminded him to check the last 30 minutes of footage just to be sure. At no point did Fexa leave her pod as far as the cameras were concerned. I mean, you could tamper with the cameras too, alter the footage and whatnot. The only one moving about the nightclub is me. Should I text the number now? Ooh, okay. Time to save again for the 4th time. Okay, turn. Okay. Text the number. Pocket the picture for later. Ooh, okay. Again, it could be the unknown number that texted me. You know what? Text the number. Oh, wait. Are we talking to Fexa? Thanks for the picture. How did you get past the cameras? Okay, so we're talking to Fexa. Okay. There's an old bug in the system where the cameras loop from 3:22 to 3:24 a.m. Oh, okay. Takes me during the day when it's easier to sneak a message. Interesting. I guess that answers that. With my nightly duties attended to and the animatronic sleeping, the rest of my shift passes without incident. When I pass to the locker room to get changed, I stuff the picture of Fexa into my pocket of my jeans. I hear the animatronics dawning and waking up inside their pods on my way out of the club. I debate and lingering to ask them a few questions, but decide against it. Instead, I head for the entrance, step aside, then lock the door behind me. Hey! Night one complete! Yay! Alright then. Well, I didn't die in night one, so that's cool. My apartment isn't amazing, but it gets the job done. I beeline straight for the kitchen and prepare a quick breakfast of buttered toast. Oh, buttered toast with cinnamon sugar on it, dude. And some coffee, dude. That slaps. As I eat, I try to come up with a flirtatious message that's sure to get Fex's attention. I keep coming back to pirate-adjacent puns with varying degrees of success. Eventually, I settle on something cheesy. Do you leave pictures in your number for other cards, or have I caught your interest? And also, don't think I forgot about you getting into my secure place last night. I should totally get to see your Davy Jane's locker in return. Hey, yo, whoa, what? Hey, yo, alright. Whoa! Then I wait. Oh god, the crippling anxiety is settling in. 2 hours pass and still no reply. I'm about to cut my losses and go to sleep when my phone buzzes. Let's just say you're interesting. And don't think I didn't catch the whole Davy Jones versus Davy Jane pun from my locker. Dude, the metaphors for things is hilarious. Oh my gosh, dude. You can have this picture to tide you over until tonight. Whoa! Okay, that's definitely a picture. Damn, you've got quite the booty there. Dude! How are we supposed to have fun with the cameras watching anyways? Alright, y'all gotta chill, alright? Y'all just gotta chill. We always have 2 minutes around 3 a.m. Though with me, you won't last 30 seconds? What is happening, dude? What the fuck? Okay, dude, I love how we're flirting with an animatronic right now. That is diabolical behavior right now. Care to make that bet? Oh, I'd love to, but let's figure out the camera thing first. Dude. The last guy had a few ways, but Mr. Smith patched all the big security holes when he got caught. AFAIK, there's just the 3 a.m. bug left at the moment. Got it. I'll sleep on it and see if I can figure anything out. See you tonight. Sleep quickly takes me after the excitement of the night. My dreams are a barrage of curvy animatronics dancing for my pleasure. Combined with Fex's photo, there's no wonder I wake up horny. Should I masturbate before my shift? Okay. Save. Okay, dude. You know what? I'm here for the full experience, so have at it. After relieving some pressure, I hop into the shower, slip into my uniform, assemble some lunch, then check the clock. I thought that said something else. I got a few hours before I'm due at the nightclub. I'm not a techie per se, but it occurs to me that having admin access of security or laptop might be important, especially if I need to delete or modify any footage in case of a fuck-up or having fun with the animatronics. And again, there's a chance that some hidden security measure would trip and alert Mr. Smith if I tried any hacking. That is true. Should I research ways to gain admin access? Research methods of getting access under control. Find better use of your time. I feel like we're gonna need access at some point. Okay, hold on, let me save again. And so that's the first page filled up already. Nice, okay. Yeah, again, we're probably gonna need that access at some point, so sure. Do some research. How hard can it be? Actors do stuff like this all the time in movies. Okay, so we're basing this off of the movies. Yeah, the movies in real life are not the same thing. If you Google searches later and I've got down a rabbit hole of techno-babble that almost goes over my head. I understand you should not have to be armed with 3 methods to try once I get to work. By the time I push back from my desk, the sun has already set. I hear the lower rumble of thunder in the distance. According to the weather report, there's particularly heavy thunderstorm due to the air. Suppose that the storm will last through the night and into the morning. In the morning, fun. There's nothing else for me to do at home. Time to get to work. Night 2. Okay, October 18th. I'm greeted with the sound of singing once I get to the reception area. On stage is Frenni. She's dancing to the beat like an idol, belting out an upbeat tune in a language I can't quite make out. As she performs, she makes eye contact with me, winks, points at the table, and winks again. Or winks too, or whatever. Just to be on the safe side, I check the clock on my phone. Technically, my shift doesn't start for another 10 minutes. Perhaps I should sit down and enjoy the show. Do I sit and watch Frenni? I'll watch Frenni perform, decline her offer. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's watch her. I take a seat at the table Frenni's pointing at, offering her a smile and a wave in return. Frenni finishes up her current song before turning towards me and smiling back. The next one goes out to a special someone in the audience. Surprisingly, the stage lights kick into action along with a sick beat. Frenni twirls the mic around in her hand, swaying back and forth as she begins to sing. Dude, this sounds like... Bro, this music sounds like it's in Undertale. What? Every night the dream's always the same. Can't escape these walls of dark decay. Feel me drowning underneath the waves. Every time it never seems to change. Her voice is that of an angel. There's real emotion behind these words, not just an act. I lean forward, enthralled. The change took you away and now you're gonna get it, all I have. You know now you're gone, and I just want to have you back again. My eyes were glued onto Frenni. I couldn't look away, even if I wanted to. Alright, dude, I gotta take a moment to listen to this music, dude. This music is fire. Alright. Hollow Heart is all I have today. Someone came and pulled away my veins. I stitched it up and put me on display. Nothing seems to cure me of the pain. Are my eyes playing tricks on me, or is Frenni crying? Can animatronics even cry to begin with? The pain. Oh, yeah. You might want to run. Took you away and now they're gonna get it. All I have. You know now they're gone. and I just want to have you back again. The song begins to wrap up, but I want more. I savor every last beat, jingle, and where does Frenni finish the song? Took you away. Took you away. Dude, stop doing that. Took you away. Took you away. All the lights shut off at the conclusion of the song. Then the house lights come up, and Frenni's seated on the edge of my table. So, hot stuff, what do you think? That was a beautiful song. Sad, emotional, captivating. She laughs, a hand on her chest, as she playfully pushes my shoulder with the other. You're too kind, but please keep reading me. Well, I think there's more to you than meets the eye, and what does is already quite appealing. I look forward to seeing more of you. She slides closer, giggling. Fexa is right. There are too good for us girls, but I think your alarm's about to go off. She warms up my phone right as midnight ticks over and my alarm clock sounds. I fumble to turn it off. When I look back up, Frenni is gone. I really need to figure out how she's doing that. Is she just fast like Fazclaire, or is there more at play here? Dude, she's just instant transmissioning. Like, is she Goku? Like, or maybe she might be Houdini because she just disappears off the Earth. She is no longer on Earth. She is in space on the moon, dude. Whatever the case, I slide out of my seat and head for the ski room. The time I sit down in front of the laptop, and the camera feeds the sound of heavy rainfall rents through the building. Dude, I love the rain. The rain sound. The rain is beautiful. I love the rain. Every so often, there's a flash of light of some cameras, followed by the peal of thunder. There's no one in the office telling me that a mess needs cleaning or something needs to be reshot. However, there is now a phone and answering machine on the desk. The light was flashing, and by instinct, I hit the playback button. Don't have anything for you to deal with tonight, kid, but you picked a bad time to sign on. How so? Getting a thunderstorm on your second nights is going to be rough. Some animatronics don't take well to thunder, and if the power goes out, then all of them will automatically activate and seek out the highest authority in the building. Oh, shit. Things are getting real tonight. Like, it's only night 2, but things are going to get real tonight. What? Remember, no fucking animatronics, even if they come up to you. Ciao. Again, I love how that's a rule that has to be enforced. The lights flicker right on cue. That doesn't bode well. And if the night couldn't get any weirder, my phone vibrates from text. Oh, it's from unknown again. Get out now. Seriously, who is this? This isn't funny. Dude, the fact that we can't even respond to him or him or her is concerning, but they probably are trying to help us. Again, they could be an ex-employee or a current employee, I don't know. One thing for sure, I'm not leaving the skater room anytime soon. Yeah, your best chance is to stay there unless something happens. I could try some of the hacking tricks I picked up earlier to pass the time. Or maybe I should wait till 3 a.m. and rolls around so I'm not calling some hidden camera. Should I attempt to hack the laptop? Ooh, okay. Oh, I'm definitely save. Yes. Now again, remember, this is a choose your own adventure style game, and I will probably come back to this game when I get one ending. So, try hacking it or hold on for now, let's say. You know what? I really want to see where the hacking goes, so let's try it. I have nothing better to do, so I try to mess around with the laptop using what I learned before coming tonight. Almost immediately, the first attempt fails and throws up a security alert saying that the action has been logged. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen. So I have to panic and force that down to try something else. The second attempt gets me admin access. I'm able to erase the security alert, so there's no sign of my failed attempt. Okay. Phew, that could have been much, much worse. Remember that all the tutorials talked about making a secret root account so I have a back door to the laptop without throwing up any alarms? Yeah, backdoor would be very helpful. It's easy enough to do, even for someone of my skill level. It's amazing that you can learn from a few videos these days. Next, I checked the camera access with my level of control. There's an easy way to loop the footage and slash or erase it. The latter would be noticed easily, but the former should work just fine for my purposes. I also note that the camera feeds are all being encrypted and piped to a server somewhere in the building. However, even with my level of access, I can't pierce the encryption or stop the feed entirely. With all that handled, I better check on the girls. When I check the cameras, I see that the only girl out of her recharge pod is Bonfie in the animatronics room. She's practicing with some electric guitar that's plugged directly into her thigh rather than a speaker. What? That's a thing? I can hear her emitting any sound, yet she's jamming out all the time. I key out the camera intercom to check in on her. Having fun, I see. Everything alright in there? Mr. Smith told me some of you girls don't take well to thunderstorms. Bonfie stops strumming her guitar to look up at the nearest camera. Her mouth hits my ears like a ice-cold glass of milk hits your mouth after eating a particularly hot wing loaded with sauce. Hi there, Miss Black. Everything's fine in here so far. Chica was really the one that has a lightning complex, and she's fast asleep. That's good. Say, mind if I ask a question? You just did, silly, for sure. Ha, fair. I plugged the guitar into your thigh and not the speaker. Do you have some built-in sound system? I do. I'm not as specialized as Chico or Frenni, but I can act as my instrument speaker whenever I want. Oh, that's actually pretty cool, okay. They're built into my ears, see? She gets closer to the camera, her rabbit ears pointed and angled so I can see the speaker holes within. That's quite the loadout. I'll have to get here earlier one night so I can see all four of you performing at once. That would be awesome. If she's awake and I have nothing better to do, I start tossing some softball questions her way. Can you just play the guitar, or are you musically inclined with the other instruments? I can play pretty much anything decently except wind instruments. You can probably guess why. So I take it you're the main music producer on stage? Do you take requests? It depends on the nature of the request. Say I wanted to solo performance of something like Thunderstruck. Bonnie taps her chin, her eyes flickering between red and blue before she answers. I need permission to come to the security room or to go on stage for that. The latter finds Frenni's approval as well. There's an odd quirk of the rules. Best I note that for later. Speaking of rules, anything I should know about the nightclub that might not be obvious? Like, what do you do when not performing, for example? That's an easy one. The upstairs is for VIPs and private shows. The whole point of the downstairs is for us girls to find good marks and convince them they want to pay extra to see some more robo-skin. I'm really good at pole dancing, so I tend to be upstairs in costume, get out of it, when not on stage. Aside from that, I think the only thing you're not allowed to do besides fucking us is to go into Mr. Smith's office without his permission. Ooh, Mr. Smith's office. Ooh, okay. That's gonna be interesting when we eventually get there. Though that makes both all the more fun. What about thunderstorms? Is it safe for you to be in the charging pod if there's a power surge? And is Chico afraid of lightning, flash thunder, or just doesn't like it? I think it's safe for us to be in the pods. I don't really remember the last time the power went out completely. Well, it's going to, now that you said that. As for Chico, well, she leans in super close to the camera to whisper. One time she got locked out of the club by accident during a thunderstorm and ended up struck by lightning Oh no, dude. She got repaired and all that, but she still has some understandable hang-ups with the whole thing. Understandable. Thanks for sharing, Fonzie. I'll mention it. Right as I'm about to ask something salacious, there's a certain boom that rumbles through the floor. The power goes out instantly, plunging me into darkness. Yep, I thought so. Mm-hmm. Alright, this is where the real game starts. Alright. Noting that comes from the laptop screen. On it pops up a warning. Warning, network connection lost. Webcam recording enabled. Tapes will be checked. Do not fuck the animatronics. A little red light appears next to the webcam built into the laptop screen. It's gonna have IR, or night vision, otherwise wouldn't be useless in situations like this. Or maybe it's meant to be so if I were to unplug the laptop or take it off the Wi-Fi, that it automatically records what's going on. There's a security feature I was expecting, but hoping I wouldn't have to deal with. Speaking of security features, there's a sudden knock at the security room door. Hey stud, now that the power's out, we can have some fun together. There's no way you waited until the power went out so we could have fun, Fexa. There's no way. Dude. We could have a threesome if you wanted. What the fuck? And Frenni's here too? Okay. And Bonfie? I didn't want a slow performance, but how about a group one instead? Dude, I got Frenni, Bonfie, and Fexa. Dude. Then, in a much quieter, angelic, though still horny tone, Chico speaks. All 4 animatronics are at the office? Oh no. Please let me in. I need to cuddle something right now, really bad. How should I handle the 4 animatronics? Okay, I'm gonna save now because, oh, dude, they're all at my office. Dude, this is only night 2. Future events are another way out of the room. The other girls they have to be good, wait for to go upstairs. It's a man. I mean, if I let them in, they're gonna kill me, so I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm about to go to the event, Among Us style. There's no way that door is going to hold back 4 animatronics. I glance about, searching for another means to get out of the security room. What, is the door made of, I don't know, is it made out of glass or something? Eyes fall upon a vent cover towards the back of the room. Yeah, I fully understand why the doors are metal now. The opening is just big enough for me, but too small for the animatronics. I only hope that continues to be the case further along the vent system. Oh, I feel like we're going to encounter something in the vent. Oh, dude, I hate vent animatronics. Oh, dude, okay. Remove the cover and crawl into the vents and close the grating behind me. I move further down away from the security office opening so I won't be visible. Moments later, there's a great pounding on the security office door. It doesn't hold long against the animatronic onslaught. I hold my breath and I pray as I hear the girls into the room. Yeah, that's all we really can do is just hope and pray they don't find you in the vent. Where the hell did she go? It appears Miss Black is more cunning than we gave them credit for. Damn, I'm hoping for a little fun tonight. All I wanted was cuddles. Oh well, we might as well have some fun in here before the power comes back and we're kicked out. Agreed. It's been a while since I had a release. What? Dog, there's no way. To both my horror and horniness, the sound of the animatronics making out and grinding against one another washed to the vents. There's a smell to that? Oh my gosh, dude. Ain't no way. That is diabolical. It's the kind of sound you don't forget. The kind of sound that turns you on in the most confusing way. Hey, yo. They're really going at it. I wonder if they realize that the laptop's webcam is recording their foursome. What the fuck am I playing, dude? Maybe they know that, and that's part of the appeal. Either way, I can't have the fact my hand is drifting towards my nethers. Okay, relax. Should I risk masturbating in the vents? Well, first of all, I'm going to save. And second of all, no, because if they hear me, then it's game over. I want to resist the urge to touch myself to the sluttuous moans filling the vents, even though I don't have a voyeur kink. Still, I'm not about to risk getting torn apart, in more ways than one, for a few moments of bliss. The girls keep going at each other, getting more and more frisky and loud as time goes on. When they eventually... I can't help but shiver from how visceral their sounds are. Haven't had a good fuck like that in a long time. Poor Fexa looks like she's stuck on the Cloud 9. Too bad Jane is out. Only Mr. Smith is going to enjoy the show we just put on. I wonder where she gone off to. Maybe they ran to the rain to get away from us? The girls will laugh, except Chico. Perhaps we'll find out soon enough. As the ominous statement hangs in the air, the lights begin to flicker back to life. At the same time, a recording of Mr. Smith comes from the laptop. Animatronics are not allowed to the security room without permission. Return to your pods now. I repeat, animatronics are not allowed. Seems our time is up, girls. Back to the pods we go. Someone help me carry Fexa. It's not until I'm absolutely sure they're gone that I risk peeking out of the vents. The security room door has been closed once again. I'm safe, I think. Laptop's still on and recording when I emerge from the vents. According to the clock, it's only been 30 minutes since the power went out. Only 30 minutes? Really? Clear my throat and look directly at the laptop's webcam. Just so you know, Mr. Smith, I didn't fuck the animatronics. All I did was hide, so I would break rule number 1 of the club. The laptop does not comment. However, after about 40 minutes, the phone on my desk rings. When I pick up, I hear Mr. Smith on the other end. Just notification that power's back, as well as the laptop feed. You did good, kid. I'm still going to use my admin access to question the girls directly come the morning, but you don't look like a fucking mess, and the last guy did before I fired him. Maybe you've got what it takes to keep this job after all. Thanks, boss. I'm going my best. See that continues. One thing before you hang up, do I have to worry about the animatronics after what they did in the security room? Now the power's back on, and they should have regained their full limiters. Once after they got off like that, they tend to spend the rest of the night recharging. Got it. I'll do a round of the building to make sure nothing broke during the outage. Good thinking. I'm gonna back to sleep. Ciao. Now that the lights are back on, and I should be relatively safe. I have some time to kill. I've already done all I can with the skater room laptop. I need to do further research in order to progress any further. I just was going to a round of the building. As I wanted the building, I make a special note of where the events can be accessed. I want to be able to get somewhere safe as fast as possible the next time I have to hide. Yeah, that would be very good to know, since they're very loving, to say. Seems that most every room has a vent in it. They could come in handy. A round of the building finishes around 6 a.m. I've made it through another night somehow. Dude, one of these times we're going to go in the vents. Oh, they're going to follow us into the vents. Hey, I think about yay! Okay. I mean, I just realized we haven't seen Golden Frenni yet, or whatever the golden variant of Golden Frenni's name is in this game. We haven't seen her yet, which I know she is in this game, and as well as the puppet, or Mary, I guess. Maybe they're not in this game, but we'll have to see. Everything that's happened tonight, the siren call of my bed is highly tempting. Using my spare time I have before I fall asleep on my computer and catch up on my backlog of shows. I end up climbing into bed around 9 a.m. and sleep right through 6 p.m. When I wake up, there's a text from Smith. Girls checked out. Good job. Sending you a little bonus cash. Ooh, a bonus. $200 has been deposited to your account. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Even though you might be the purple guy of this game, but thank you. That was really nice of him. He seems like a great boss, if a little eccentric. I wonder if he made the animatronics himself, or if he contracted that out. The answer to that might explain why the animatronics are so quirky at night. In any case, I have plenty of time to exercise and handle the matters before leaving for work. Should I masturbate before my shift? Okay. We're doing this again? Okay, well, you know what? Just do it. After relieving some pressure, I work out, hop into the shower, slip into my uniform, then settle in at my computer to continue catching up on shows. My phone buzzes a few hours later to let me know it's time to head to the nightclub. Night 3. Come around Keith. Alright. Ooh, 12 a.m. None of the girls are up and awake when I slip into the nightclub. I don't know if this was here before. I'll have to look when I'm editing. There's an extensive list of tasks that Smith wants me to handle pinned to the door of the security room. Okay, Mr. Smith's note. 1. Clean up the blood stain on the second VIP booth. That's totally not concerning at all. 2. Restock the bar of soda. 1. Syrup boxes. 3. Replace the broken camera in the repair area. Yeah, number 1 is super concerning. Like, you can't tell me it's not. What the fuck? What? 4. Do not fuck the animatronics. Dude, why is that? I get it. This is like night 3. It's been emphasized multiple times. You don't have to keep telling me, dude. Relax. Okay, what should I tackle? Okay, let me save again, because yes. Dude. 2 full pages have already been almost full from saving. Okay. Clean up blood, restock soda wand, replace camera. Well, I suppose let's just go from left to right here. Clean up blood. It's a good thing I have some experience cleaning up blood stains from my previous work as a bouncer. I'm not going to question that. Otherwise, I might have to Google the proper way of dealing with such a thing safely. Before I grab cleaning supplies, though, I check the laptop to see what led to the bloodstain happening in the first place. Probably one of the customers probably got a little too freaky, and they probably died. Rewind the VIP entrance camera feed until I spot one feet and a guy entering. Yep. About 3 minutes go by, after which the man sprints from the booth, holding a bloody hand to his mouth. Oh, did Bonfy just sock him in the mouth? Bonfy follows him out, shouting, "I told you no touching!" A man in a purple suit and black tie arrives 10 minutes later. Explain, Bonfy. Oh, okay. Bonfy's eyes flash blue as she answers. The fact he's wearing a purple suit, Customer kept trying to touch me, Mr. Smith. Eventually got in the way of my pole dancing and accidentally kicked him in the face. Oh no, she didn't suck him in the mouth. She roundhouse kicked his ass. Smith turns, pulls out a phone, dials a number, and starts walking away. The recording only picks up a snippet of this conversation. False alarm. Let the guy out and remind him of rule 1. Interesting. I'll have to go up to the booth to be sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were actual teeth to clean up as well. After grabbing the proper supplies, I head up to the second VIP booth. Blood is splattered across the whole floor, along with, as I guessed, a few pearly whites. Nah. You know how hard you gotta hit someone for the teeth to come out? Dude, this is especially bad since, the animatronics are made of metal, so... Dude, that's gonna leave permanent damage to you. The good news is that this should be easy to clean. The surface is metal and therefore doesn't absorb liquid very well. There should be a quick wipe down while wearing gloves. Keyword should. Okay, so time is progressing. It's 1 a.m. now. Halfway through my job, I feel a presence on my neck and whispering in my ear. Oh, don't do it. Oh, don't do it. Hi, stud. You know you're not supposed to be out of your pod facts, though. Aw, but I barely used any of my energy today, so I have plenty to spare. Doesn't matter. You're not allowed up here while I'm working. You sure? It looked like you could use some help. No thank you, Fexa. I got it. I'm sure. Return to your pod. Fexa withdrawals. As long as I hear her descending the stairs. I want to play with you eventually, Jane. You're only delaying the inevitable. Ew, that could have been very bad. Even with Fex's distractions, I'm able to finish mopping the VIP booth up and disinfect all the surfaces in record time. I'm gonna knock off another task of the dismissed list. Okay. Restock the soda wand. Turns out that stocking the soda wand's syrup boxes is a sticky affair. I have to disconnect the old boxes, move them for disposal, replace them with new boxes, and then reconnect the tubes. Each step causes the sticky syrup to drip and leak over the floor. Thankfully, none of it gets on me. All I have to do is mop up the mess left behind, and I'm golden. Quick, simple, and relatively painless. Okay. Replace camera. Camera clocked the first night in the repair room is up to replace. Since it's in the repair bay, the animatronics room, I'm entering into practically dangerous territory. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. now. After what just happened with Fexa, things could become very bad quickly. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to save just in case because of that. Dude, I've been saving a lot through the entire playthrough, but, you know, I am paranoid when it comes to these games. Because it's one wrong choice, and if you don't save, it's like, oh, start all over again. The repair area consists of several workbenches, an operating table with metal bindings, the cabinets full of spare parts. The placement camera is waiting in its untouched box on the main workbench. It's probably plug and play, which should make installing it a breeze. I open the box and read the instruction manual within. Sure enough, it's just a few screws and a cable connection. I can handle that easy. All I need to do is grab a chair and stand on and can get to work. Before I do that, though, I feel labored breathing on my nape. I suddenly turn, but there's no one behind me. Dude. The moment I turn back to work, the blowing air returns. I'm not sure what's going on, but I decide to ignore the distractions for now. It takes about 10 minutes to pull down the old camera and hook up the new one. Since I wasn't told what to do with the old one, I leave it on the same workbench. The whole time I feel that heavy breathing. It's not until I leave the animatronics room that the sensation vanishes. Dude, remember how I mentioned Golden Frenni? Dude. Or it could be someone else entirely that we haven't seen yet, but dude, nah. Once I'm back in the skater room, I turn my attention to the replacement camera feed. Still filled with static, but not just that. There's someone there. Y'all remember when I mentioned Golden Frenni? Yep. Actually, I won't lie. This... Hide. Okay, this might be the thumbnail. Hold on. I don't know. Uh-oh. If it wasn't bad enough, I get a text from an unknown number. Hold on, let me save real fast. I'm gonna save there, just in case, for the thumbnail. Even though Alright. Unlike the previous text, this number is perfectly readable, albeit 666-666-6666. Alright, chill. Even worse, the time code is fucked up on the text. Oh, she's texting me? Always watching you. Always. What should I text back? Ask if she needs a hug. Tell her to get back to her pod. Don't text back and remain in the skater room. Dude, I feel like with all the animatronics, I feel like she's the most dangerous one here. Okay, let me save again, dude. I know, I'm sorry, I keep saving, but, okay. Do you need a hug? I don't expect the tech to actually go through, but you can't have to try, right? And if I'm going to try it, might as well swing for the fences. Hi, do you need a hug? A hug would be nice. Really nice. Can I come in? Yeah, no. Decisions have been made. I regret my decisions. Regrets have been made. What? Okay, invited to the skater room. Come here in the hallway, remain where you are, and ignore it further. Okay, dude, I'm saving a cat. What is happening? Dude. I mean, there's no way. I mean, she can just teleport in the skater room, so there's no point in. Come in the hallway, remain where you are, and ignore it further. Dude, you know what? I am not going near you. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not going anywhere near you. What am I doing? If I give her permission to come to the skater room, all bets will be off. Yeah, she's gonna kill me. The last thing I need is for her to come break room number 1 and slash report back to Mr. Smith that I failed whatever test this is. Fuck my phone, ignore it further. Eventually, in the space of a blank, she vanishes from the camera feed. This was weird as hell. Well, this task done, I have 2 hours to kill. I might as well waste some time in the social media. Ooh, a video of puppies. At 6 a.m. rolls around, I stand out, stretch, yawn, and go over to the change in the locker room. Now that my shift is over. Why, have you been watching puppy videos for the last 2 hours? I made it through another night somehow. Actually, I wouldn't blame you, because this job is terrifying, despite the Gunner-looking animatronics. Yay, I did complete, yay! Okay. On to night 4, baby, okay. I actually took her out by the time I get home. I managed to get through the micro bowl of miso udon before I crashed into bed. I remember my dreams though. I do feel like I'm falling at some point. I end up drifting awake an hour earlier than normal around 5 p.m. I'm absolutely drenched in cold sweat. Dude, I hate that. You just wake up in cold sweat and you can't go back to sleep afterwards. After calming down, I slide out of bed to hit the shower. Once I'm clean, I scarf down some microwave frozen waffles. I have a few hours to kill before work. I might as well keep working on my backlog of shows. At this rate, I might even make a good dent in my ever-expanding list. After a few hours, my phone buzzes and reminds me I have to get going to work. Night 4, October 20th. Okay. She goes in her pod when I check in for the night. Nor is she on any on the cameras. Smith also left me some sort of list of activities. Mr. Smith's notes. Number 1, vacuum the VIP booths. Number 2, stock the bars, energy bars. 3, dude. Do not fuck the animatronics. Dude, again. Okay, what should I tackle? Okay, I know it's like a joke in this universe, you don't smash the animatronics, but at this point, okay, come on, I get it. Just shut up. Okay, let's vacuum the booth. The VIP booths aren't going to vacuum themselves. Plus, once I'm upstairs, I can see across the club. Maybe you'll find some hints where Chico is. Wow, she's probably in the VIP booth, so yeah. I grab the vacuum from the janitor's closet, haul it up the stairs, and get to work. It's one of those wet vacuum machines. Meaning every so often I have to stop and take the dirty bucket, pour it out, and replace the fresh water. I've never had one of those, but that would suck, especially in this type of scenario. It's slow, mindless work that lets me ponder other matters. On my umpteenth trip up and down, I spot a hint of yellow peeking out from behind the stage curtains. Keep an eye on it as I finish the last booth, and put the wet vac away. As I approach where I think Chico's hiding, I call out to her. Everything alright, Chico? I just want to help. When she replies, it's barely above a whisper. I'm fine, don't worry about me. Well, that just makes me worry more. When I reach the spot and pull back the curtain, I see that Chico is surrounded by pizza boxes and energy bar wrappers. I know, I'm fat. I'm a stupid little piggy. Fuck. I have to be careful what I say here. I don't want to make her feel any worse than she already is. Maybe a lighthearted joke would work? You're not fat nor piggy. In fact, you're clearly a chicken, a pretty little bird. She sighs, stops eating, and turns to look at me proper. I know that. I'm an animatronic. I can't get fat, but I think before... Her eyes flash red, and she doesn't finish her sentence. I wrote the back of my head as I consider what to do next. Fucking run? So, where did the pizza come from? Did Smith order in, or has there been a pizza somewhere in this club this entire time? A pizzeria in this club. I call this Chica to brighten up. It's not the official blueprints or the cameras, because the camera isn't up to code to make pizzas officially. We have to pretend was ordering it when customers ask for it. It also means we can charge extra on top of the already high price. That seems roundabout. Most of this place is. The more you try to make it make sense, the less it does. Do you want to see the pizzeria anyways? It's not to accept, but remember the whole camera situation in rule number 1. Will Smith catch on if we spend too much time in the pizzeria? There may not be a camera in the pizzeria, but there's one watching the entrance lift. See the corner over there? The one with the camera that looks out across the back of the stage. There's one above you have to be wary of. The lift is hidden in the floor towards the rear. Have any other guards ever gone down there? I want to make sure this won't be a fire-able offense. Once they find out about it, Smith usually adds a pizza prep to the nightly task. And then, during the normal nightclub hours, the place is managed by a chef sworn to secrecy, but the chef can't always do the necessary food prep. I help out sometimes, but it's not always enough. So, if Smith sees me take you down there, you probably have to worry about that now too. A shrug motion for her to go first. I have a feeling Smith will find ways for me to justify my high paycheck, even if I don't check out the pizzeria. Either way. Chico leads me over to what looks like a long set of light switches on the back wall behind the stage. There's 4 switches in a group on the left. Chico pushes the first and the last 2 up before stepping back. Moments later, the floor slides open as the lift raises. It's large enough to fit 2 people or 1 person in the animatronic at a time. Just to cover bases, I directly look at the observing camera and proclaim. I want to check out the pizzeria as part of my usual rounds. I will not fuck the animatronics. The camera says nothing as Chico and I step into the lift. It descends, and moments later we arrive in an expansive kitchen that runs the width and length of the stage. Oh, okay. It's not all that different from my classic pizza joint, in that there's a singular main oven, and several prep stations surrounding it. There's also a secondary freezer, storage room, and bathroom down here. The other way around, the only other way out seems to be a staircase behind a chain-locked metal gate. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see how this game can get kind of difficult. Where's that go? Into the back alley, I think. Between the HAVC units. She shuffles on the spot, her eyes cast downward. Can I say something now that we're alone? Chico? Okay. Sure, go ahead. Thank you for not laughing at me when I said I wanted to do what I wanted to do if you had to. Most of the customers in Mr. Smith think I'm just some ditzy blonde bimbo. Okay. Maybe I am, to some degree. I'm not as fast as some people, but I try very hard. There was no time in giving her a hug and squeezing her tight. That's what Chico. She returns the embrace, one of her hands straying towards my butt. Okay, Chico, relax. I don't think it's the wrong way, but you smell different. I wanna... Okay. But you still don't smell like a customer anymore. It's because I get out regularly in my off hours. Oh, and here I hadn't sent you any news yet. I'll have to fix that so you have good material to work with. Hey, yo, these animatronics gotta chill. I like that. You have my number? Dude, first Fexa, now Chiku? What is happening? Fexa gave it to everyone already. I just wanted to wait until it felt right. Anyways, this is where the pizza magic begins. Pizza magic happens, huh? I wonder if there's other rooms like this hidden beneath the clock. Chico's eyes flash between blue and red before settling on blue. There might be. My eyes wander around the space until I notice several vents. Okay, I thought there was something in the vent. I'm like, what is that? Okay. Well, at least the principle of vent access has been open. I should probably go map the entire system, but I have no idea if there's extra security in there. After another cycle of eye colors, Chico shrugs. I don't know. Sorry. Oh well, something to figure out later. For now, though, I have a very important question for you, Chico. Yes? Can you make sure you clean up after yourself so Smith doesn't get angry with me? Meaning, you had me thinking it was going to be something personal. But yes, I'll clean up before going back to my pod. Okay, one elevator ride later, we're back up behind the main stage. Chica winks at me before going to clean up her mess from earlier. Bunch of other tasks. Okay, well, restock energy bars. I decided to handle the last task. The last official task from Mr. Smith, so I have to try to relax. Once at the storage room, I grab an empty box and begin piling energy bars into it. I notice something odd as I do. Every energy bar I pulled from the pile seems to pop back into existence whenever I look away. Oh, is that the work of Golden Frenni? But it's not like the energy bars are disappearing from my box either. I'm not an expert in paranormal, but there has to be a magic, right? Regardless, I fill my box and head to the bar. After neatly stacking the energy bars in their designed cabinet, I am finished with this task. Okay, well, it's 2 a.m. When I return to the security room, and check the cameras. Chico returned to her pod for the evening. Frenni is missing from hers, and I don't immediately see her on the cameras. She's outside my office, isn't she? I do catch her moving into the locker room in the feed playback, and I hear the sound of water running when I poke my head to the corridor. I wonder if she's showering as part of the program. Like, on it? Dude, if the animatronic doesn't take a shower in this game, bro, it's gonna be just like Bonbons, that visual novel game I played, dude, where Bonbon is taking a shower. Regardless, I have some time to kill for the rest of the night. Time for good old backlog clearing. After a few hours of watching videos on my phone, my shift comes to an end. I've made it through another night somehow. Yay! No part complete! Yay! Okay. Well, we got night 5, 6, and possibly 7 to go. When I get back to my apartment, I realize that I've gone a while without cleaning up the place. I better spend some time making this place look less like a bachelor pad horror story. Not that I've ever really expected company. By the time I finish cleaning, I don't have the energy to do anything else. Home to bed and doze off for the next 9 hours. When I check my phone, I see that I've received a text from Chico while I was asleep. Here's something for you to jack off to. Okay, Chico. Okay, that's something. Well, that was nice of her. Question is, do I act on her photo? Well, we've done it before, so might as well keep the train rolling. After relieving some pressure to Chico's photo, I work out, hop in the shower, then head off to the nightclub right on time. Night 5, October 21st. Okay, what's night 5? So things are probably gonna get serious now, but we'll have to see. Tonight there's a light rainstorm moving through the area. No thunder or lightning, but enough wetness to require an umbrella. When I let myself into the club, the sound of the girls practicing on stage hits my ears. Andre's jamming out on her guitar, while Chico's backing up Freddy's vocals. Vexa's in the back providing electric keyboard and dancing elements. The girls all smile when they notice me, but keep practicing as I head for the office. As expected, there's a task list waiting for me to the laptop. Okay, ensure the animatronics practice their songs and dances, prepare pizza dough for the day shift, replace broken camera, watching VIP area. Okay. 4, protect, bar, phone call, and yeah, number 5, yep, Very straightforward list, all things considered. And the event, I might as well knock out the first task, since the girls are already practicing. Scurry back to sit at the bar while the girls wrap up with their current song. Much like the second night here, Frenni points the direction and announces in the microphone. Let's practice that song, girls. Once we adjust your guitar, and Fazclaire turns a few knobs on the keyboard. And both start belting out the Sith tunes as Freddy steps forward to sing. Data under scrutiny doesn't lie as time is running out. No one wants to die if we're able to engage on this careful plan. We have my word to save whatever we can. The lyrics so far haunting, ominous. I'm not lost in the spectacle as Chico joins in for the chorus. All decisions coalesce, everything is under fire. Risk and reward are equal partners here. Feeling our true desires and our success may leave a few behind, the greater good worth several lives. I don't know. Decision now, so nothing is in vain. All signs are go, target acquired. Chico falls off while Frenni surges forward for the next verse. They are all putting on one hell of a show. Vexa's moves are better than most K-pop/J-pop groups, and Bontree is shredding it on the guitar. Quietly you dream as we scope the night, execute the mission. When our pulse is high, doing the right thing should be typical and easy. Not when what is at stake is all of humanity. Chico takes the chorus once more, her voice wavering with genuine emotion. All decisions coalesce, everything is under fire. Risk and reward are equal partners here. Feeling our true desires, and our success may leave a few behind, the greater good with several lives. Decision now, so nothing is in vain, all time to go, target acquired. One beat effect launches their breakdowns, putting normal magicians to shame. Song wraps up after the fade out. I rise, clapping as the girls take a bow. I'm glad you all enjoyed that one. You've been a wonderful crowd tonight. Any requests from the audience? Sing what you want, girls. I'm just here to supervise. They all look at one another, finding links before all of them, not at once, as one. Bontree starts strumming a cool, relaxed, mellow beat, while Vexa abandons her keyboard to go be a backup dancer with Chico behind Frenni. Compared to the last song, this one is all focused on the vocals instead of constant backing the track. Never know how much I love you, never know how much I care when you put your arms around me. I get a fever that's so hard to bear, you give me fever. Frenni, Chico, and Vexa start sliding off their clothes in tune with the music. Alright, dude. I can tell Vexa's the one behind the choreography as she is just a touch more confident with her twirls and curves. She goes a little more awkward while Frenni's eyes are locked on me the entire time. When you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, a fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name. And I know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. The song abruptly stops there on the count of Bonji's guitar breaking the strings. She sways as Frenni covers her ears. Just a minor malfunction, folks. We'll be back in a moment. She blows a kiss directly at me as the stage lights dim. When the lights come back up, the girls aren't there anymore. I really need to figure out how they're getting away so quickly and quietly like that. Still, got 2 serenades and got to see some of them strip. That's a win in my book. Guess that means I've got some other tasks to do. Okay, which task should I cannot read. Which task should I tackle? Okay, well, replace the camera. Next on my list of nightly tasks is to replace the camera watching the VIP area. At first, I tend to roll back the footage to see what caused this one to break. What I do, I'm greeted by a black screen with the words, "Footage deleted." Interesting. My secret admin account might be able to recover the footage so long as there's no program to play. I use what tech savvy I have and made the attempt. In the process, I note there's a watchtower program monitoring that specific camera. Oh, okay. So I'm meant to alert Smith or record to a log if someone accesses it, though. Instead, it seems to be some sort of censoring program that triggers under certain conditions. The problem is that I don't have enough skill or knowledge to know how to reverse engineer this program and recover the footage. Oh well, might as well replace the broken camera. By the time I finish the new camera, the girls are back performing. I watch them for a bit up the stairs until my phone vibrates in my pocket. When I check, it's the same mysterious blocked number that's left me another encrypted message. You aren't listening. I keep trying to help you, but you aren't listening. Why aren't you listening? Well, if you'd let me talk to you, then we could probably come into an understanding. But you keep ghosting me like my non-existent girlfriend, so perhaps I should prove how serious I am. You need to quit your job now before it's too late. You think he won't do that to you too? Oh, he's probably talking about Smith. Oh, Smith has probably gotten rid of other employees. What should I do about this text? Try to reply if it doesn't work. I can the messages. I mean, one of these times it's gonna work eventually, so why not? I'm on the listen if you tell me who you are. Does it actually go through? I'm the one who came before. Oh, it's actually working this time. What? Okay. We should meet. I will contact you later when it's safe. What do you mean? Why wouldn't it be safe? Okay. So it seems you can just block communication whenever. Okay. Weird. With that handled, I return to my nightly duties. Okay. Prepare dough. Chico was right about Smith adding pizza stuff to the list now that I know about the hidden pizzeria. I recall which switches to toggle for the backstage lift and descend to the basement. Preparing the pizza dough is simple with Smith instructions, yet time consuming. Based on how much I have to prep, the club must go through an army's worth of pizza during the day. At least I don't have to worry about being chumped by the girls while I'm down here. Okay, restock vodka. The longer restocking is enough, I take extra care not to drop or damage any of the expensive bottles worth more than I'd make in a year. Why Smith trusts me to do such a job is confusing, but so is everything else about this job. On to other tasks. Okay. With all my tasks for the evening are complete, I have some time to myself. Backlog, here I come. After a few hours of watching videos on my phone, the shoot comes to an end. I made it through another night somehow. And if I can play, yay! Okay, I won't lie. I feel like, this is way too easy. I'm just flying through these nights. Something bad's gonna happen at some point. I've been recording for an hour, and nothing bad has happened yet. Once I get home, I have some spare time before I have to sleep. As well as I can catch up on the new Netflix series. I've heard good things About before going to bed. I wake up 9 hours later. Should I? You know what? Let's keep it going. After reliving some pressure, working out, and showering, I have an hour to kill. I really love this new show on Netflix. Who knew that live-action anime could be so entertaining? The hour passes faster than expected. My alarm goes off, and I head to work. Night 6, September 22nd. Okay. It seems like there might be infinite nights in this game. Well, to an extent. But who knows? The sound of light guitar riffs filters through the club when I get to work. I expect to see other girls practicing on stage, once more, but this time it's just Bonfi. She's seated on the edge of the seat, her legs dangling over the side as she hums to keep herself on beat. Hi Jane, you're early. Only by 5 minutes. Still, it's better to be early than to be late. That is true. Here, Mr. Smith said I should give you your task list directly tonight. She hands me a list. Well, more like 2 bullet points. 1, to Bonfi's new conventional suite. And then, yeah, okay. New conventional suite? Yep, the customers kept complaining I wasn't stimulating enough for them, so Mr. Smith worked with his body to upgrade my subroutines. I feel like I have to do so many things to say and only so much time to say them. It should only seem more animated. Well, if all I have to do is chat with you, then it'll be easy tonight. Wanna go sit at the bar or something? Bonfi hops off the edge of the stage and follows me to the bar. She leans over behind the bar and grab a carrot to nibble and snap and suck on. Do you actually need to eat and need to taste things? I've always wondered. We can convert foodstuffs into extra energy or store it for later. You might already know this, but when customers try to drink with us, we store the liquor and put back in the bar later. Which is still disgusting, by the way, but it is what it is. I feel like that's a health code violation on so many levels, right? Nah, it's not like we not contaminated or anything. Besides, Mr. Smith is all about cutting costs where possible. That does not surprise me. Speaking of, your new programming, have your commands been updated as well, or have some been removed? Her eyes flash red and blue before she answers. A good amount have been updated, but I can't give you an exact number. Security protocol and all that. Besides, that's boring stuff. Ask me something juicy. Alright, which of the other girls would you date if you could? That's a tough one. I think I'd have to go with Frenni. If only because she's got the whole Dommy Mommy vibe, and I'm totally down for that. Well, yeah, she does have the Dommy Mommy vibe. I won't lie. Plus, with my music and her singing, we'd be an ensemble on stage. Reasonable. So you're really focused on making music then? I basically care about 3 things. Music, sex, and making mixtapes to have sex to. Okay, relax, Bonfi. I can't help but laugh a little at her honesty. Is that why you like being a stripper? It's a good workout, and I get to make people horny by watching me, dude. People tend to be more honest with themselves when they're horny. I got no comment for that. I get to see a side of them they don't often show into the world. I thought it was poetic in a way, though I wonder why you haven't sent me any news yet. Is that because I'm not showing you the real me, as you put it? 2 reasons for that. 1, I don't think pictures or even videos capture my performances in dancing well. 2, I figured between the other girls you wouldn't want/need any from me. Girl, if you send me one, I'll dedicate my entire session to it tomorrow. Fine, I'll send you one. Sweet. Can you talk about the day shift at all? I'm curious what things are like when I'm not here. It's your standard lewd nightclub. Bunch of guys and a few girls come in to eat, drop terrible pickup lines, and basically fawn over me and the others. Mr. Smith talked about bringing on more girls to keep up with demand, but right/red. But I can't talk about that. Oh, her name changed. The color of her name changed. Ooh, interesting, okay. I know that roadblock continue on. So music. What's your favorite genre, song, and band? Easy. Hard rock, such metal for the first, and Pump It by Electric Callboy for the second and third. I'm not familiar with that one. He reaches out to flick her right ear. Moments later, the song begins playing through her speakers. On the surface, it's a song about working out, but I usually pick up the undertones. She even plays a few more songs from the band to give me a further taste. Good stuff. Is that why you went for guitar/bass as your first and main instrument? Sorta, yeah. There's a visceral reaction to a good riff that can't be easily replicated by other instruments working on their own. A good guitar can carry a show on its own in the right hands. Have you tried to draw or paint? You have signing, dancing, and music covered. Why not master another creative skill? Oh, I don't have the mind for physical art. Unless physical art is sex, that I'm a virtuoso at. Fair. Do you and the girls watch TV or films? Maybe we could do a movie night when there's free time. I can't answer that one, sorry. Ooh, okay. Odd. I tried a different, though likely still blocked question. Of all the past night guards, who was your favorite and who lasted longest? Well, easy. Mike. Ooh, we got a slip, boys. Slip of the code. The information is blocked, so I'm sorry. But hey, thank you, Bondfree, for telling me. Slip of the code. Let's go. Progress, baby. Okay. Alright then. What's your first position? Favorite position? Ooh, tough one. I think I like the Flying Dutchman the most. The what? Flying Dutchman. You spin the guy from the ceiling above the bed, then fuck him doggy style while only using your momentum to make him bounce. What the fuck? Tons complex and a lot of setup. That's what makes it fun, though. A more simple position I like is the Amazon dude. I love how we're talking about certain positions right now. Somehow that tracks. If you could change one part of your frame, what would it be? And any reason if you want to talk about it? But she crosses her legs and leans on the bar. I've wondered what having a would be like. Okay. Mrs. Smith thought about developing such a thing for the more interesting clients that come in, and decided it wasn't worth the cost to develop detachable. Okay. There's just not enough demand among the high-paying customers. Those that want to see, want fanboys, not food. Huh? Think he's got a fanboy model in production then. No, just a new Ooh, the information is blocked, I'm sorry. Ooh, okay. I love how we're getting juicy information. Okay. One last question then. Dogs or cats and why? Cats, of course. I love a good... I was gonna say, I love cats and dogs, but I'm a cat owner. But not for those reasons, alright? Okay. Dude. Well, in my totally personal opinion, your conventional subordinates, subroutines are doing great. Anything you wanted to ask me? It's been kind of one-sided. Funny things, then grins and asks. If you could only have one of us girls, which would it be? Which girl do I choose? Ooh, okay. I'm definitely saving. Okay. Yep, I'm definitely saving. Frenni, Fazclaire, Bonfie, Chiku. There's no answer to that. I'm not interested in any of them. For girls. I'm not sure if this choice has consequences or not. Let's say. You know what? Let's go with Fazclaire. Yeah, let's go with Fazclaire. Fazclaire, I think. Figured she liked the more submissive types. I signed myself up for that one, dude. Anyways, I should get back to my pod. The upgrade process took a lot more power and I'm running on dry here. Thanks for a fun chat, Jane. She jumps off the stool and heads for the animatronic room. I know she's putting more emphasis on her hips and abs as she walks, as if she's trying to lure me into following her. I check the time. I've got plenty of time to kill now that all my assigned tasks are done. There's pictures of cats and endless scroll of funny videos to watch on my phone. After a few hours of swiping, my shift comes to an end. Made it through another night somehow. Okay, night 6 complete. Again, I feel like this is way too easy. I've been open on Sundays, meaning I have 15 hours to do whatever I want before my next shift. My paycheck for the week has also come in from Mr. Smith. He paid me more than I was expecting, probably because he thinks I'm a model employee. After paying my overly due rent and other bills, I'm left with $1,500 left to spend as I wish. I'd have to leave now if I wanted to catch business hours for most stores. Time to do some shopping. Oh, okay. Where should I go shopping? Military supplies or go home? I mean, we're already home, so, I didn't realize. Military supplies. Lovely. Dude, I love how there's just like an RPG in the wall. Dude. Military surplus stores are a dime a dozen in the city, thanks to the military bases outside the city. The key is picturing a store that sells legit goods at decent prices. Frank's, over on 28th Street, should fit the bill for that purpose. The windows of the store are tinted, though the door is open. Dude, this feels like the gun stores you go into GTA. Dude, it feels like one of those. So I can see rows of military paraphernalia, as well as heavy loaded lock display cases with actual guns in them. Wait, you tell me we're gonna bring a frickin' shotgun into the nightclub or something and start shooting up the nightclub Doom style. The owner, Frank, is a heavy-set, balding man with a tattoo of U.S. flag on each of his biceps. Welcome to Frank's. What can I do for you? What should I buy? Oh, dude, wait. Cold single action army revolver, body armor, night vision goggles, 3 spies camera, backlight. Ooh, actually, wait. This could be good, because, ooh. I feel, all of this could be good for a good purpose. Ooh, these two are, I'm hoping I get both of these. Okay, let's do the night vision goggles. Top of the list of cool spy shit is night vision goggles. There's a bunch of them on the shelves. I pick one at random and pay off Frank. I'm able to see in pitch black conditions. What should I buy? Ooh, okay. Let's do the cameras. If I want to capture footage with the club without Sith knowing, I need my own cameras. Look at Frank has a set of 3 wireless cameras that should fit the bill. Batteries will only last a week, so if I put them somewhere, I'll have to retrieve them and charge them regularly. So look at purchase considering the equivalent smart home device is cost. Okay, we have 1,500 left. Wait, don't actually tell me we're gonna storm the nightclub Doom style. Like, okay, I think I'll come back later. Let's go home. Return home with my purchases, ready to relax and do my own thing. After some backlog clearing, I turn in and get some much-needed shut-eye. With the club closed and my errand settled, I have a big stretch of time in which to make your extent of my backlog of shows. I even have time to try the new video game demos. I've spending countless hours watching stuff. I feel like I've made next to no progress with my backlog. Even if I had more time before I had sleep, there's just too many shows and movies in the queue. Oh well, time to get some shut-eye before heading back to work. I had plenty of time to exercise and had all I managed before leaving work. Well, let's keep it going, alright? Okay, night 7, October 24th. Ooh, I wonder if this goes to Halloween. Ooh, okay, that might be what's happening. I'm surprised Victor was waiting for me in the reception area while I let myself to the club. Sitting up against the wall with the expression somewhere between annoyance and boredom. Good, you're finally here. I'm going to talk to you alone, in private. It's important. Can you be more specific? Not in the open. Well, that's not cryptic at all. Okay, I'm trying to tell Fexa. Just to tell you or return to our pod. Sorry, I'm not about to risk getting in trouble with Mr. Smith by going somewhere with you alone. If you can't tell me in the open, you'll have to return to your pod. Fine. I guess it was foolish of me to think you'd care. She leaves without further complaint. I wonder what that was all about. But now I shrug it off and head to the security room. Waiting for me on the desk is a note with tasks for Mr. Smith. Okay. Got the repair area. Okay. Well, looks like will be fairly simple, nothing considered. Okay, when I arrived, they have repair area. The place is in severe disarray. Tools and supplies are strewn about the place, like many tornado blew through. I wonder if Golden Frenni has been up here again. I wonder what might have caused this. It's quite the mess, but it's nothing I can't handle. So Dawn, head back to the security room. If you arrange there's tonight, for Frenni cat videos, and tradition of the last night. Okay. Okay. Night 7. I feel like night 7 was way shorter than usual. I don't know why. Okay. I get home. Nothing out of the ordinary. Not that I was expecting anything exciting. I wonder what it'd be like to have a roommate and a girlfriend. Would it be chaos, or would it be something more pleasant? Something to think about as I catch some early Z's, I guess. When I wake up, I focus on a good meal while watching more from my backlog. And it's gonna be the time of night when I decide whether to get off or not. Let's keep it rolling, okay? Okay, night 8, October 25th. Yeah, I think we're going to Halloween. I don't know if it was off when I get inside the nightclub. I feel like there's someone right behind me. Other times, no matter how many times I look, yeah, that's got to be Golden Frenni or something. Even when I get to the security room and check the feeds, there's no sign of anyone stalking me. I shake my head and I read the note Smith left on the desk. Okay, new girl's finally here, kid. She's in the 5th pod. Okay, that's a new animatronic. Okay. See to that she meets the other girls and ensure that she's rule number 1 compliant, and don't go breaking rule number 1 either. I will know. Ciao. New girl. Neat. I'm always down to meet a new coworker, especially if they're a hot animatronic babe. Turn my attention to the cameras in the animatronic room and see the fish recharge pod is filled with a large animatronic. Oh, it's the puppet! Cool! Body's all white with black X markings and stripes here and there. It has special joints, and I'm guessing let her control how wide and tall she is to some degree. The arrangement and painting colors her faceplate's not unlike casual classical theater or carnival mask. The pod name tag reads Mary. Mary looks like a bundle of fun. I can't wait to meet her. I head for the animatronic room. Once I'm inside Mary's pod, I look to the nearest camera and repeat my oath. I will not fuck the animatronics. I tap the open button on the pod and step back. As it hits, the pod opens up and scourges Mary into her feet. Her eyes flutter open, followed by her stretching and yawning. When she speaks, her voice has a hint of a foreign accent. Australian, maybe? I was having such a nice dream. And who might you be, little fella? I'm Jane Back, the night guard. Do you know your name? Where you are? Of course, I'm Oh, she's about to say a different name. Her eyes flash red before turning blue. I'm Mary. I'm the new girl at Frenni Fazclairs nightclub, home to the best and safe adult entertainment. And when it comes to safe adult entertainment, do you know the rules of the nightclub? Rule number 1, do not fuck the customers, right? Close. It's do not fuck the animatronics. Period. It's the most important rule that keeps the nightclub running smoother. A few steps closer within arm's reach of me before tilting her head to the side. That's definitely an angle. Hello. Aw, that means you and I can't have a little fun? Nope, sorry. Not unless you want me to lose my job. Her eyes flashed blue once more. Right, you're the night guard. That means you're the highest authority in the building during the night shift. That's correct, and I like to do things simple and stress-free. You're free to move about the club if you're recharged. She went in early. All I ask is that you don't interrupt me if I'm doing something, and that you listen to any order I give you. Mr. Smith, the owner, likes to leave a list of tasks for me to get done before the shift is over. They usually take time and effort to accomplish before the night's out. Another flash of blue. Right, Mr. Smith is the one who created me. His goal was to create a bartender to replace the high turnover rate of normal bartenders during the day shift. So why? Mr. Smith is trying to turn the establishment into robots only? Dude, this is just like security breach with the staff box. Then you're in charge of the bar? I bet you'll get all kinds of extra tips. Oh, now she's Spider-Man, or Spider-Girl, or whatever. Just not that kind. Just not the kind I want. Just not the kind I really want. Oh well, can you show me where I'll be working? I have a map of the club in my memory banks, but I'm terrible with directions. Sure, right this way. If this is a ploy to share my ass, remember, no touching, rule 1. Aw, but I can look all I want, right? Sure. Yay! The same sinister feeling of being watched returns as I lead Mary to the bar. At least now I know why my ass feels like it's endangered. Thankfully, Mary doesn't cause any trouble, for now. And here we are. Hard to miss, but I suppose it might be different when the place is full of customers. Smith has me doing restock duty sometimes, so if you run out of anything, just let either him or me know. He moves nice around the bar and begins inspecting the various liquors, taps, and bottles available to her. Quite the selection here. 20 different beer taps, 50 or so various liquors, and more mixtures than is really necessary. Not to mention, some of these bottles might be worth more than I am. No wonder Mr. Smith needed a consistent, dependable bartender. She grabs Kahlua. I probably butchered that, sorry. Vodka and vanilla ice cream, as well as a glass and some ice. There's no rule against serving your drinks, is there? I settle into the bar stool. Nope, just comes out of my paycheck. You've got the makings of a white Russian there, if I'm not mistaken. Always wanted to try one. Mary smiles, her hands moving with the kind of skill and grace that only comes with actual experience over several years. And settle in, mate. I'm about to make you the best white Russian under $20 that you'll ever have. She's not wrong. I take a sip of the cocktail. I'm blown away by the texture and delicate taste. It's smooth, creamy, and overall a great treat. That's pretty damn good. Seems you've got the bartender thing nailed down. Do you think, Mr. Smith, Smith's gonna keep you behind the bar at all times? The other girls will sing, dance, or otherwise perform for the customers. Anything like that in your wheelhouse? Aside from bar tricks? Let me see. Her eyes pulse blue several times as I assume she's checking her programming. I could dance, and I'm also able to offer our customers the extra special VIP package. What's this extra special package exactly? Does it break rule 1? No, Mr. Smith doesn't consider offering body shots at 500% markup to be in violation of rule 1. Interesting. The other girls seem to be more restricted in that regard. Speaking of, you may want to introduce yourself to them soon. It can help smooth things over if you need me. I don't know if they'll be awake anytime soon, though. It's a toss-up who completes the recharge sequence early. I think I'll be fine, but thanks for the offer. My conversational suit is just as advanced as the other girls. Does that mean Bonfi was a test subject for the software upgrade? That's good to know. That sort of thing will come in handy while maintaining the bar. Think you could pass along any weird rumors or troublemakers I should keep a lookout for? I might be the night guard, but it helps to know what issues the day shift deals with. I think I could do that? Sure. Cool. This might seem like an odd question, but you have this aura about you. Any idea what that might be? Mary's eyes flash crimson for an extended period before she laughs it off. For someone who doesn't want/can't, fuck me, you certainly aren't averse to flirting. Just check your rule number 1 restraints. Last question before I leave you to it. Do you have something like a bouncer mode if one of the patrons get rowdy or needs to be kicked out? I've bounced enough bars to know that a bartender is lord of their domain. Mary leans over the bar, squishing her on the surface as she enters. Oh, I'm quite capable of dealing with people making trouble for Mr. Smith. Don't worry, Jane. I'll keep the day shift safe. I smile, finish my drink, thank Mary, and return to the office. As is tradition, I spend the rest of the night watching montages and cat videos. So my shift comes to an end. Okay. The apartment is as cold and lonely as I left it. I should really brighten up the place with some decorations and turn up the heat a bit more. It's freezing here. I'm wondering when we're going to use that stuff we bought, the night vision goggles and the cameras. The fact we can... Again, I'll probably do another playthrough on this game, depending on what ending I get. I want to know what... I'm wondering if we could have bought everything. Interesting. I'll look into that another time. Did I skip that? I think I did. The one thing that isn't chilly is my bed. I happily fall onto it and doze off in short order. Okay. Oh, okay, it was right there. It's getting to be that time of night where I decide whether or not to get off or not. Alright, keep it going. Alright. Okay, night 9, October 26th. Okay. Frenni and Trexa are up on stage when I get to the club. Took a seat at the grand piano while Frenni is essentially leaning against the instrument. The song Frenni's singing is a slower one that I'm pretty sure I've heard before. Can't place the source though. The other nights of the day, when everything is gone, carry the soul away from the dry lands. In the sun we see fighting over lines, all our dreams and wishes we sent home for safekeeping. Fighting for what's right. The song swells, Frenni's voice rising as she continues to sing. Calling to the night, to dream again in the light, waiting for a storm to rise, feel the isolation's fleeting. Calling to the night. To be or not to be, fighting here, living without you, leaving my soul behind. Calling to the night, colors of Cadochrome fade with me. Frenni pauses momentarily as the music continues to wink at me. Calling to the night, for us, for every single life, all the ashes of then remain as a perfect memory. Calling to the night. The song follows from the crescendo, Frenni's voice falling to an almost important whisper as she finishes. But the heart will remain as a silhouette of time. Hear the ring echoes in the splitting horizon. Calling to the night. I applaud and cheers, the song concludes, but the girls take a bow before they do their usual disappearance trick. Actually, I'm curious to know what Fazclaire wanted from us. We haven't addressed that since then. This time Frenni emerges from the enter to my right. Ether to my right. Good evening, Miss Black. Mind if I had a private word with you? I stretch out Frenni in private? Okay. Oh, actually, never mind. I just realized when they asked for me to be just one-on-one with them, they're probably trying. Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, decline and ask her to return to her pod. Rule number 1 in the nightclub is to not talk the animatronics. I'm afraid I cannot go anywhere with you this time. Please return to your pod for the evening. Okay. Of course, you should have known better, Miss Black. Enjoy the rest of the night. So there doesn't be any of the orders, so I have plenty of free time on my hands. Watch the videos. Okay, so it end. Interesting, okay. Sun screams me when I return to my apartment. Maybe I should look into getting a pet, now that I can afford caring for one. A cat might be nice. They could look after themselves during the long hours of the club. For now, and for bed. Wake up a little easier, earlier than usual, feeling refreshed and ready for whatever the night has in store for me. Nothing else to do. Tonight, for work, I should handle the usual conundrum. Yes, you should. Okay. Okay, night 10, October 27th. Okay, getting closer. All the girls are active tonight when I step inside the club. Frenni, Chica, Fex, and Bonfi are all practicing on stage, and Mary is maintaining the bar. I go to each, but don't linger on my way to check on whatever task Smith has left for me tonight. Good thing I don't waste any time. It's just left me a lengthy set of chores. Okay, we're about to hit the big leads, kid. I've got potential investors coming in 5 days. If all goes well, we'll be taking this operation across the country. And that means you'll be getting a raise and a promotion. Won't be easy finding night guards like you that understand not to talk the animatronics, but that's a future problem. For now, we've got to get this club looking the best it can to really wow the investors. There should be a second note underneath this one. Get to it. Sure enough, there is a list of tasks longer than any he's given me so far. Okay, deep clean the booths, scrub the dance floor, clean and repair pizza, help me restock the bar, adjust the sound system to equalization, clean up stuff, locker room, and then yeah, okay. Don't think the sound of deep clean, but might as well handle the VIP booths first. Thankfully there's a proper wet vac in gloves for me to use when I check the general closet. There's also a handheld UV light. I really hope this thing. I really hope things aren't as bad as I suspect they are. No, tell me we're gonna find suspicious stains and whatnot on them, right? At first, the VIP booths look perfectly fine. There are no stains of any kind. Okay, that's good. I turn the UV light, and there have been generous violations of Rule 1, or several people's worth of blood has been splattered over every surface. Our simple splashes on and beneath the stripper poles are from customers jacking off and not messing with the girls. In fact, the more I look at the horror before me, the more I realize that the Rule 1 said nothing about masturbating in front of the animatronics. So you can just whip it out, like, okay. And since this is the VIP area, there's no footage that haunts anyone deviant enough to play for that sort of experience. Ooh, I feel like it's foreshadowing for later, because we have the cameras open, but gotta give Smith a hand once again. Hold on. Holy fuck, is that a lot of surfaces to clean up? Making sure my gloves are on, I set to work. Might as well head up the courts in the morning, as I need to change my name to Miss Clean with Health Errata. By the time I finish, there was not a single speck on the UV light, and everything smells faintly of roses. But the real reward for my attention to detail comes in from the form of finding a thumb drive. Ooh, buried in the cushions of one of the booze. Ooh, bitch! Ooh, we're getting somewhere. It was labeled with the name Bar Walls. And it's attached to the keyring with the logo of Waterfall Institute. Ooh, this is a W find. no idea how lost this is, how long it's been there, or how important it is. For now, I pocket the USB stick and leaves somewhere that Mr. Smith can find it. I'll know how to get back to the owner. In any event, I hope Mr. Smith isn't going to make me deep clean the VIP booth of the night. Or at least Smith controls the VIP area better during tomorrow's day shift. Wrap up my work in the VIP area and move into the cleaning of the dance floor. With the girls practicing and Mary maintaining the bar, I have plenty of distractions while I clean the dance floor. Scrubbing takes me longer than I expect, and I still finish without losing too much time, staring at the stage or glancing over at Mary. It's not the best clean in the world, especially compared to the magic I worked upstairs, but it will do for now. Once I move to the pizzeria, it's thankfully cleaner than everywhere else in the club. That's probably because the day shift actually takes pride in his work and keeps a sterile environment despite it being a secret pizza making operation. I don't have to do all that much to freshen the place up and prepare pizza ingredients for the next day shift. On the way back up, the secret lift when I hear the sound system screech and cut out mid-song. Poke my head out from around the stage curtain and see the girls checking their instruments and microphones. Everything alright? I believe there was a glitch in the sound system, Miss Black. Mind resetting it while you're back there? Sure thing. The sound system seems like a wall of alien hieroglyphics at first glance. Then I noticed the various color coding and stripes of strips of light that match up with the instructions that Smith left. One power cycle and several adjusted knobs later, the sound system clicks back to life. Try now. Frenni tries a quick hum to a microphone. The tone carries cleanly throughout the club at perfect pitch and volume. Excellent job, Miss Black. Thank you. Let's make up for lost time, girls. That just leaves two tasks for the night: helping Mary and clean the locker room. Oh, and not fucking the animatronics, but that's a given. You haven't done that yet, and I don't plan to. I mean, at least not yet, anyway. What? As I approach the bar, Mary is doing the bartender classic cleaning glasses with a rag. So, Mary, anything in particular you need to snag from the back room? Let's see, I need 3 bags of ice, 2 bottles of vodka, and a syrup box of cola. You've got it. Bottles of vodka and syrup boxes are easily enough to cart between rooms. Bags of ice, though, require me to go into the walk-in freezer. There's no handle or way of getting out of the freezer once you're inside and the door closes. Dude, that still makes me nervous. Like, one of these times we're gonna be trapped in the freezer and probably freeze to death. I made sure to prop open the door with something to prevent me being locked in the freezer by accident. After all the cleaning of the night, the corner and freezer does wonders to cool me down and raise my spirits. I tried not to smile too much as I deliver the requested bags of ice to Mary. The good news still leaks, though. Looks through, though, as Mary picks up on it. You seem happier than when you started. Does carrying around bags of ice do it for you? Because if it does... Mary picks up the ice cube and does things to it with her tongue that I'm pretty sure violates the Geneva Convention. Dude, these animatronics are freaky, but I'm not complaining. I remain resolute in the face of seduction. This isn't the first time one of the girls tried something like this. I'm probably controlling my impulses by now. Nah, I just like the cold in general. Anyways, if that's all, I've got one last thing to do before I'm finally done with my task for the night. Fine, go do your thing. Cleaning the staff locker room is a cakewalk compared to what I've cleaned so far tonight. Here's my last task in less than half an hour. Just putting things away in the janitor's closet, I'm treated to the sight of Frenni heading for one of the showers. Are we going to see an animatronic take a shower? Won't be the first time I've seen that. Frenni makes eye contact with me and winks after turning on the water. I'm not sure what Frenni's trying to tell me, but I'm not going to stay here and ogle her. Before I go, I hang up a towel from Frenni It's the least I can do. By the time I finally sit down in the office, it's nearly the end of my shift. I kind of wish I had more time to interact with the girls tonight. I get to disappoint Smith by leaving a task unfinished. I placed the USB stick I found earlier on the desk and leave a note for Smith about where I discovered it. No, dude, no, I want to see what was on it. Dude, take that shit with you. Then my shift comes to an end. Dude, I wanted to see what was on the stick. Dude, I want to see what was on the USB drive. Oh well, it is what it is. And it's just a long, active shift in the club. I'm dead tired. Also, it's been a minute since we heard from the unknown person that keeps texting us. After such a long, active shift at the club, I'm dead tired. I'm off the moment my head hits the pillow. I get a solid 8 hours of sleep before my alarm wakes me up at the usual time. It's the time there's memes and stories. Okay, I'm curious to know what happens every time to it. Tone. Express the horny thoughts and head off to the nightclub right on time. Okay, so nothing really happens. Okay, 9/11, October 28th. Smith left a short note on the shift desk tonight. I lost her day shift cook, so I've had to retask Chico to cover the pizzeria. Help her out tonight if you need an extra pair of hands, rope and bond fee. Yeah, okay, but you already know that. Okay. Ciao. Sounds like I'll need to head to the pizzeria on the double. The question is whether to bring bond fee or not. Should I rope bond fee in this? Ooh, okay. Have bond fee help on the pizzeria, handle the pizzeria without bond fee's help. Well, I'm gonna save before I do that, and save. Okay. Say, help or not to help? You know what? Chiku could try something, but Bonfi could try something too. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's just have her come with. An extra pair of hands would help tonight, especially if things are as bad as the pizzeria, as this note hints at. Step by the entrance room to find all the girls, save Chiku in her pods. All it takes is knocking on Monty's pod to wake her up. What's up, Jane? Would you mind coming down to the pizzeria with me? I want you to help Chiku make up for lost time. Make up the loss for the day shift cook. Sure, lead the way. To say the pizzeria is a mess would be a gross understatement. There's dough, toppings, and other ingredients strewn about the place as if I turned it came to her. Chico's in the middle of it all, trying to clean best she can. Oh, hi, Jane Bonfi. I'm glad you're here. As you can see, the dish cook made quite a mess when he quit. Oh, he quit? I wonder why he quit. Suspicious. Why though? Did Smith fire him or something? Sorta, I guess. The cook asked for a raise, with the investor coming to meet up soon, and he fired him. Smith's offer must have been terrible, insulting to upset the cook like this. I'll say, a mess like this could only have been made from pure, unfiltered French rage. Frankly, I'm surprised he didn't try burning the whole place down. Chico points to the oven where there were several large scorch marks on the surrounding walls and floor. Oh, he did try it. Well, he did try that. Luckily, I happened to come check on him and was able to put out the fires in time. This explains why Mr. Smith actually called the cops and had the guy taken in cuffs. Oh, okay, so we got arrested. Okay. I'm a little worried about running the pizzeria on my own until we get a replacement chef, but I'll manage somehow. Assuming, of course, we can get all this cleaned up. Hand me the mop and bucket and I'll go to it. I'll start prying the dough off the ceiling and walls. Even after an hour of work, the three of us have barely managed to make a dent in the chaos. As Chico, Bonfi, and I continue chipping away at the mess Chico speaks of. I'm a little worried. About what? about those investors. How will that change things here at the club? Will things work the same way? Can't imagine they'll change all that much. Schmidt hasn't steered us wrong so far. You would know better than I. The most I've interacted with him is on the phone and via notes. Though he seems like a decent guy, all things considered. Mr. Smith is pretty great. Yeah, who else would employ someone like me? Once Visa has flashed red, she seems to be momentarily stunned. Sorry, what was I saying? Nothing much. Here, small places with me. You keep this corner and I'll get that prep station. Here, silence passes where Chico speaks up again. May I ask you a question? You just did, silly, but sure. If you had just one single day before you were gone, who would you spend it with? Oh, okay, we're asking the deep questions now. What if he beats you to the punch? Train here would choose Fexa in a heartbeat. So my choices do matter, okay. Or has that changed since I last asked? Which would I choose? Okay, so that does... Okay, my choices do matter, okay. Frenni, Fexa, Bonfi, Chico, Mary. What's the question you're interested in a girls' club? I guess Fexa again, I guess? I don't know. My answer hasn't changed from last time. I still pick Fexa. The fact your answer hasn't changed makes me curious, though. What about Fexa so appealing? It's complicated, and I'd rather not go into details to avoid causing potential drama. Sorry. Oh, come on, this is where you pour your heart out and reveal your vulnerable side. It's a kid, Bonfi. Jane doesn't have to explain if they don't want to. I am curious. Who would you pick, Bonfi? I might go for the new girl, Mary. Just trying to get something new before I go out. I see. I'm not sure who I'd pick. Maybe Jane? I give Chico a wink. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Crazy how talking means work flies by that much quicker. We're nearly done cleaning. Let's give it one last push. With just 30 minutes to spare before the end of the night shift, Bonfi, Chico, and I finish cleaning the pizzeria. I see the girls to the pod before finishing out the rest of my time. Okay, I made it through another night somehow. I snag a bagel on my way home and promptly turn in once it's finished. 8 hours later, I wake feeling refreshed and alert. I make myself some toast as I debate what to do for work. If I had a better laptop, I could go into gaming, but since I don't, it's time for me to continue catching up on my video backlog. All that's left for me to work is the usual decision. Okay, let's just keep the train rolling. Alright. Night 12, October 29th. Okay, we're close to Halloween, so just left another note on the reception desk for the evening. Got good news for you, kid. Frenni's been upgraded and you're in charge of helping her acclimate to her new body. You're responsible for taking her around to this trip tomorrow while the club is closed. I want a bigger star seen and heard before the messages come in. So this means she'll be performing her heart out under your watch. Okay, don't let go to your head and in a break number 1. I will now chat. Okay. I just been upgraded? That's awesome. All the girls are in their pods when I enter the Amtrak room. From what I can tell, though, the window to Freddy's pod, she's undergone quite a transformation. Yes, she has! Her outfit has been changed completely, somehow maintaining her upgraded assets in a manner that still makes her a feminine fuddle. Freddy's hair has also been let down in a new model. An unexpected but welcome surprise. I wonder what else about her has changed. Only one way to find out. I tap the controls to wake Frenni up. She yawns as she steps out of her pod. Good evening, Miss Black. How are you doing this evening? Doing fine, thanks. How's the new body treating you? It looks amazing to me, though I hope it don't come out at the cost of some features. The upgrade process is only enhanced. It's only enhanced. What was already there. Though I will admit, I'm still getting used to the news. subroutines and features of this body. Any particular feature of not giving you a problem, Smith told me to work with you tonight, and in the daytime while the club is closed. Frenni cocks her head to the side. Yes, I do see that Mr. Smith left me a digital version of the note you have seen. As to the troublesome features, let's see. There's the matter of balancing my vocal perceptors. I have both stems from my previous body, but as with all new audio equipment, the audio to ensure things work is to test them. Would it help if we brought in Chico or Bonzi? They seem fairly well versed in such things. I'll leave it to your decision who helps us tonight. Okay, who would help? Who should I have help Frenni and I? Okay. Let me save again, and okay. Bonfi and Chico, just Bonfi, just Chico. Don't get extra help. Well, let's just do those three for now. Let's grab both Bonfi and Chico. Turning your vocals will be easier with experts. Wonderful idea, though. I believe they'll only be able to help us for a short period with their current charge level. Okay, what's up, Jane? I was hoping you two would be able to help Frenni retune her vocal suit. Sure, we can do that for a little bit, but not too long with my battery level. Same here. How does that look, by the way, Frenni? I thank you, Bonfi. Does it, Mr. Smith do anything extra to you when moving over? I'll admit, I'm not sure if Mr. Smith did anything special or extra during the transfer process. Besides my vocal suit, don't seem to have any other immediate concerns. Shall we adjourn to the stage and get to work? The girls take the stage and begin a series of exercises to help Frenni tune herself. As Frenni bouts out some show tunes, Chico proves a harmonic tone, and Bonfi a series of musical scales. They go through the whole range of songs and beats, from sad and slow to happy and fast. Three quickly narrow on adjustments are needed, even if Frenni sounds perfect to my untrained ear. Thank you both for your assistance. You saved Miss Black and I some time to mention it. Yeah, wrap it out. How are your charge levels, Bonfi and Chico? I'm running really long. Same. Sorry you can't stick around it for longer. Quite alright. You two head back to your pods now. For now. Thanks again. So why not, Frenni? I should probably practice my choreography. The student body has extra weight in certain places. So I see. Do you want me to watch you dance, or should I do something else? You're free to return to the skater room for now. I will let you know if I need you prior to us heading up in the morning. Okay, Flash, Frenni a thumbs up, and head to the office. Okay, a few hours later, Frenni pokes her head to the office. Leave a staff for us to head up, Miss Black. Right, I've made it through another night somehow. Okay, it's all complete. Okay, I normally have 15 hours to do whatever I want since the club is closed until Monday. However, there's the matter of seeing Frenni around the strip as Smith asked. I can't imagine it'd be too challenging to play escort to Frenni. Wait, she's outside? But before we began, I stopped by the park to have a chat with Frenni. Oh yeah, she's actually outside, okay. So this is your first time out of the club in a while. It is, yeah. I'd forgotten how pretty the city is. Well, we'll be seeing a good portion of the popular spots today. Any requests? I do want to see other clubs while we're out and about. Think we can make that happen? Sure thing. We'd best get started before the morning rush really kicks in. Spend the rest of the day taking Frenni from place to place, both to sightseeing and to be seen. Frenni even does a few impromptu performances at major busking spots to spread the word of the club. Surprisingly, we only get a handful of odd looks and questions about whether Frenni is cosplaying or an actual animatronic. Guess it goes to show the city is well known for its weirdness. Return to my apartment far after the sun goes down. Wait, she's in my apartment now? I don't know. I know it's not much, but here we are. Home is better. A home is a home, no matter the size. Still, this is a bit of a tight squeeze, isn't it? You're telling me. Now that we're alone, there's something I wanted to tell you. This business is concerned that you might be trying to subvert these rules and taskings. However, today I believe his trust in you is well placed. Thanks. I just doing the best I can. So I've seen. Unless you have a reason for me to stay, I shall head back to the club now. Can't think of any that won't violate Rule 1. See you on. Frenni is gone. I let out a huge yawn that I was holding back. By the time I wake up, it's 9:30. All I have to do is hunt down some food and spend the rest of the time before tonight's shift relaxing. There's just enough time remaining for exercise, handling matters, early to work. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay, 13. Okay, October 31st. Let's go, baby. Okay, there's probably more nights after this, but I just want to see what Halloween has in store for me. Smith left another note on the reception desk for the evening. Frenni came back clean, so I'm going to reward you with something that would normally go against Rule 1. Chico and Bonfi need to have their chassis cleaned before the investors' meeting. You have my permission to give them a good scrub down as long as you don't go any further than that. So we're giving them a bath. The girls will watch each other, and I will check the logs if I suspect any funny business. Ciao. Chance to scrub down Chico and Bonfi. This is awesome. But Chico and Bonfi are already waiting for me in the locker room, along with a bucket of cleaning implements. Hi, Jane. Here to give us a bath? You'll be gentle, right? Of course. So, which one of you wants to go first? Not me. I'm not ready. More fun for me, then. Hit me with your best shot, Jane. Alright. And if you trip and get under the water, then Bonfi. Bonfi hops to it, and jumps to the stream in steamy water. I grab a brush and what looks like to be the same kind of soap you'd normally use on cars. I take my time lathering the brush up before applying it to Bonfi's chassis. She giggles, but otherwise remains still at work. I have to remain focused on the task at hand. I can't look where I want to look. Even when I get to those areas, I move past them as quickly as possible despite Bonfi's sultry bones. Aw, that's it? Not gonna scrub me down there? No, this is probably won't take kindly to that. Boo, I hate that you're right. Anyways, you're all done. You're up next, Chico. I'm sure I'm mentally prepared for this. I'll be okay. It's just a bath. Some birds take baths? Like baths? Maybe. Well then, get under the water and I'll give you the best bath you've ever had. It's enough to convince Chico to get naked and into the shower. And with Bonfi, I give Chico a complete detailed job from top to bottom without lingering in any dangerous areas. Chico seems to be grateful for that, as she lets out a heavy sigh when I finally pull the brush away. It wasn't so bad. Thanks, Shane. I'll mention it. Try not to get dirty again before the investor meeting. I won't, I promise. A shame I can't stick around longer to bathe you, Jane. Well, another time perhaps. I'll hold you to that. Come on, Bonfi, let's go back to our pods. Okay. What to do? Try to get my phone. Okay. You know that gotcha could be so addicting. Then my shoot comes to an end. Okay. Okay, so it does not end at Halloween. Okay, I thought it would. So I'm not exactly sure how many nights there are, but I've probably been recording for at least 2 hours at this point. But still, I'm gonna keep going. Let out the great big yawn as I enter my apartment. Maybe I'm not getting enough rest. Head to bed and try to get at least some semblance of sleep. I'm at the moment my head hits the pillow. Okay. Night 14. Okay. November 1st. Smith left a note in the security room desk for the evening. So much effort for that kid. Make sure the girls complete their recharge sequences and are not running around willy-nilly. Remember that there's a machine to assert authority and they should listen. Also want to tell you to come in a few hours early to your next shift so we can discuss your promotion. Ciao. Promotion? Awesome! I have nothing more to do with my time. I try to relax and do what I can to pass the time on my phone. Okay. Oh, we're in his office. Okay, let me save real fast. Dude, why does the music sound like it's gonna turn into a boss fight? What? I'm here early, just saying that, boss. Oh, we finally get to see him now? So I see. Thank you for coming. The visitor meeting went well. Very well. I'm glad to hear it. As promised, you're getting a promotion. I just need you to come sign these forms here. Then it'll be official. Smith pulls out some forms from his desk. I walk over and begin reading. What I see confuses me. These are shipping manifests. Why would I need to sign shipping manifests? What? Okay, either there's gonna be a new character coming or something else is gonna happen. Probably something bad. What? A blinding agony slammed into me a moment later. My vision tunnels as Smith pulls back from my neck with a empty syringe. What? Why? Don't fight it. Just go to sleep. Soon you'll be right where you deserve to be. What? So the quote-unquote promotion is him doing whatever he just did to me. Is this the bad ending? My name was Type 1, and then it was Dog, he put me into an animatronic. What the He is Purple Guy! I don't just any nightclub. Frenni Fazclairs is an off-strip style club whose real draw is the unique staff we have. No, there's no way putting me into an animatronic, dude. What? There's 6 of us life-size advanced animatronics that sing, dance, act as witches, and provide private shows. Clubs have been popular recently thanks to us. Enough so that we'll soon be expanding nationwide. Surely they couldn't have asked to be part of the better team. And yet, there's a nagging feeling like I'm forgetting something. Feeling never lasts long though. Before my thoughts are redirected, my safety measures in my code. What? We're actually animatronic. What? It's a good thing I have such a skilled and talented owner. Ellen, time to help and bring the customers. Is that me? Type 1 end? I got turned into Spring Bonnie. What? What? I got turned into Spring Bonnie.
And so ends the tale of Jane Black. That was quite the adventure, wasn't it?
Dude, I definitely have to play more of this game. What?
I hope you found the ending you wanted. If not, well, you could always try again.
Oh, I definitely will, trust me.
After all, you're the one in control here. I'm just the humble storyteller.
Dude, I can't believe I got turned into an animatronic. That is insane.
Until next time. Ciao.
Dude. Dude! What? So the game ends on November 1st. Okay, so you don't want to get the promotion, otherwise this is the bad ending. What? Oh yeah, I am definitely playing more of this game. Yeah, there's like a guide on YouTube and whatnot for this game. Dude. I gotta play more of this. Dude. I wish I could play more right now, but I can't. I have to go to work soon. Dude. I'm so glad I played this game. Dude. Developer, this was awesome. Wow. Okay. Dude. This was awesome. Like... Oh yeah, there's definitely gonna be a order thing. So I guess when I guess I didn't need the stuff to... I guess I didn't need to use the stuff when I bought it at that store. I'm still curious, though, as to where I would use those items at, or what I would use them for. Again, I'll have to look for a guide or something. I probably have to write down some notes and whatnot. But dude, this was awesome. Okay, just waiting out the credits. I'm pretty sure... Oh, okay. Oh, I got a star! Cool! I got a star! Look at that! Okay. Well, guys, that was a Fortnite at Frenni's. A Fortnite at Frenni Fazclairs. Well, at least, one of the endings. I think it was a bad ending? I don't know. Yeah, dude, I'm definitely gonna play more of this, dude. This has got me hooked. Well, if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe, turn on notifications on, just so you never miss a video from me, and comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Dude, this game was awesome. Dude, I can't believe I got turned into an animatronic. Spring Bonnie, no less. Okay. Well then. Bye.